please a very warm welcome to Julius. Voila, now it's properly done.
Thank you, thank you. I was told that everyone in this room speaks very good English, so thank you. I'm going to present to you the mobility data space. It's the German equivalent of EONA X, so very easy to understand. We are also a data space on mobility data, originally from Germany, as I said, with German shareholders, but also oriented towards Europe, because we think that data doesn't stop at borders. So we also agree that all the data spaces and all the data in Europe should kind of grow together. And we used this nice AI image to show how we understand actually data space. We think that they can be the umbrella that protects the European digital sovereignty. We discussed in the morning why this is necessary and how this can actually help us develop new AI solutions and push our data economy. Yeah, the mobility data space was founded by German government 5 years ago, and it's part of their digital strategy. It was the idea or the project of Angela Merkel. I'm sure that some of you still know her, and it's still part of the German government strategy. On the next slide, you can see the shareholders that are with us, and we really try to bring together different stakeholders from the mobility sphere. So, of course, you see car manufacturers, but you see also the German railway operator, DHL Group from logistics, and there was also here in Caruso as kind of data aggregators, data platforms. HUK is an insurance. And so you can see that we really try to combine all different kinds of mobility sectors so that we don't end up being a pure car data space or a pure public mobility data space. And this is kind of the beauty of data spaces, that you really can bring together partners from different sectors, small players, big players, public sector, private sector. And here you can see the community of our customers, so of the regular users of the mobility data space. And again, I think it's very obvious that there's different sectors who come together, who share data with each other in a protected environment, and where they really try to find or identify projects together where they can use data, monetize data, and create new solutions that are better because they can actually integrate more data that they can get from other partners. So what does MDS contribute? So of course we have different matchmaking services where we bring these partners together. In our marketplace there's a data catalog where partners can show what kind of data they have. We organize events where they can get to know each other, just like the event today. In the center you can see the typical data space infrastructure, how it works, where really all the partners exchange the data via connectors, which they run either on their premises or they use a connector as a service solution, but it makes the complex data exchange way easier compared to bilateral data exchanges where you really have to integrate from specific data marketplaces. And MDS also provides different kinds of additional services, which are on the one side data services, so we can help partners integrate, aggregate, harmonize data, because we saw that not all the users of a data space are really able to do a lot of data management on their own, so they often need external partners to do these services for them. We also do consulting services, telling partners, for example, which of their data are very demanded from external partners because we know the industry, or we can tell them about regulatory obligations that they have to do. We can explain how they can comply to GDPR, also a very huge topic in data economy. And lastly, we also provide a solution called data space as a service, because we saw in the last months that more and more data spaces actually called us and said, hey, we want to create a data space on our own too, but we don't know how to do this. Can you guide us a little bit, or can you actually provide or give us access or provide the data space components that you have developed for 5 years now, and which are up and running, so that we don't have to do this on our own. Next slide. Right. And I want to introduce you to one of our use cases that we are working on currently, so that you can get kind of a feeling of what are typical data space use cases. The use case I brought is called Data for Road Safety, and it's a big European project. You can see the project partners on the right side of the slide. It's a project which was pushed by European Union, which wanted to increase road safety by making all available information on the traffic, on accidents, on slippery roads, so anything that might cause accidents, available to as many partners as possible. So we have 3 different groups of companies or institutions together. On the one side, we have car manufacturers. You know that cars are moving sensors who really understand what's going on in the street. Then there's service providers who can kind of aggregate data, transform them into information, which can be used directly. And then there's different national road authorities who use these data to improve the traffic safety. And we've been working for them for a couple of years now. We've actually created different solutions for them. So, for example, they asked us to add a so-called Kafka streaming extension to our data space, because they said that to react on safety-related situations on the streets, it's very important that the data receives the national authorities and road authorities in this example as quickly as possible, so that it's really important for them that data is actually being streamed. So we integrated this Kafka extension, which allows data providers to stream data. So each time a car, for example, has an accident, this information is directly streamed to all of the partners which are actually subscribed or which are using this information. What else? Of course, as all data spaces, we standardize the interface, so it's easier to integrate data for each consumer. They can use our connector as a service. We have a logging mechanism which actually tracks which kind of data is being shared. And very importantly, there's always data sovereignty, 0 seconds. Feel free to reach out to us if you want to learn more, if you want to learn how we can support you, and I'll be there the whole afternoon.
Tolle Performance, meine Damen und Herren. Ein riesiger Applaus für Julius. 3 minutes for question. Yeah, Q&A? Yes, exactly. 3 minutes. Bleib hier, bitte. Okay, alors, any questions, please?
Another one for me. Thank you very much, Julius. Regarding what we were talking about this morning and the interconnectivity and or operability also between existing data spaces, Avec was presenting just before you. What type of plan is there on a European scale to connect these ecosystems? And how are you already cooperating, or what are the plans?
Yeah, so we are actually talking, and it's for both of us. It's super attractive to be interoperable, because in the end, the data is very, very complementary to each other, and in the data space sector, there's some specific standards defined by Gaia-X, for example, by International Data Space Association, and we are following these standards, the both of us. MDS is, for example, this year implementing the decentralized identities approach, which is kind of the standard which Avec, for example, is also using. And having implemented this will make it way easier to be actually complementary and exchange data with each other. And I agree. Actually, data spaces should run on the international level, so they shouldn't be defined nationally, because it doesn't make any sense for us. So very important question, yeah.
Also es wurde mir gebeten, meine Frage auf Deutsch zu fragen. Mais no, I will continue in English for the audience. Yes, what technological bricks do you rely on?
Mhm.
Are they open source? Are they under PI? So I don't remember.
Yeah.
Und 1 Minuten, bitte.
Okay, yeah. So our technology is open source indeed, and we are based on the EDC component framework. So other data spaces can take our technology, the open source components, and further develop them. Yeah.
Das war alles für heute, meine Damen und Herren. Julius, mesdames et messieurs, merci beaucoup.